Hello everybody and welcome to the first podcast on the Skronco channel. I'm joined by Sir Sam of Smeg and Nearison of Salmon Gaming today.
Do you mean this isn't a live stream?
It's not a live stream.
Wait, did we decide on what it was going to be called, or were we going to come up with a name?
We're adding that in at a later date. That's why I introduced it like I did.
We should come up with a name now.
No, this is the podcast. It's like blankety blank, you know. It's like the podcast is blank.
Yeah. Today the podcast is called Fart Bandits.
Fart Bandits. That's a name, so Kyle was a fart bandit.
Yes.
Aren't we all inside?
So yeah, like, how are we doing today? Has everyone had a decent day? I know Simon's been at work.
I've been watching American TV shows.
You poor man.
That's it. Pretty much all of the Chicago Med, PD, Fire, American Horror Story, all of that.
I've heard the latest series of American Horror Story is actually supposed to be quite good. I mean,
it's terrifying. It's great.
I've not watched any of them. I've watched like bits and pieces of them because like Lisa watched them, and like when I was around, I'd sometimes catch an episode or two, but I was never really invested in them. But like, I've seen parts of this series, and it's pretty gruesome.
It's like a dramatic reenactment of these people's experience. So it's like a TV show within a TV show, but it's like proper out there.
Yeah, I haven't watched American TV in like years. The last American TV show I'd say I watched was like
Heroes.
Yeah, it was Heroes. It was that long ago.
Hey, what a guess! That was
Heroes season 1. The first series of Heroes was absolutely fantastic, and then it got
American
really bad.
Horror Story is a tricky one because I feel like you get hooked after episode 3 of the first series because that's like the first Halloween episode.
It's away the pain.
I'd say that's when you got to watch it. No, American Horror Story is fucking great, love it. But I'm one of those weird scrubs that will only watch it when it comes on Netflix because just ease. So I'm now a series and a few episodes behind.
Yeah, I think they're up to
still only got series 4.
4, yeah, it was like season 4 or 5, isn't it? It was on Netflix. On TV. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah.
I'm waiting for season 5 to get added to Netflix, but luckily I'm watching through it with my girlfriend. So
yeah, they were supposed to be putting it on October, but they didn't. So you know.
Yeah. Well, that's just about right for Netflix. It's like, oh look all these things that America has, but you don't. So I never quite
I forgot
got
how
that.
much I liked the first series as well.
Well, it's the same with anime. I mean, I'm subscribed to Crunchyroll, and Jesus Christ, like they get the full Full Metal Alchemist, which I really love, and I wanted to show my girlfriend, but yeah, that's not coming over to England. And they get Cowboy Bebop as well. It's like the first anime I ever watched.
You see, if Crunchyroll was around a few years ago, I probably would have signed up to it because I was quite heavily into anime a few years ago. Now, I'm not sure if I can be asked for it, but I will stick to my guns that Full Metal Alchemist is an absolutely fantastic anime, and anyone listening should go and start watching it if they've never even heard of it. It's just flat, hands down, one of my favourite series. Yeah.
Don't watch Brotherhood on Netflix first, though. You should watch the original.
I watched Brotherhood first.
It doesn't explain anything.
I loved it though. Like just watching Brotherhood for me was...
I thought the general consensus was that Brotherhood was just better than the original purely because
you don't get any backstory though with them. You don't know who they are, where they came from. Pretty much,
well,
they just bam, here it is. You're into the action. It's like, oh, no, okay.
They do touch on their past, but it's like midway through the series. They still do flashbacks.
Yeah, but in the original, is it like Naruto where they go to throw a punch and then they spend 2 episodes talking about why they threw that punch because their daddy
it's not like that.
Younger or something.
It's it's like imagine what Naruto should have been. Then imagine Full Metal Alchemist.
What? Not shit.
Yeah, not shit. Like darker, dingier.
I don't care if I anger Naruto fans. Naruto is fucking crap.
Yeah, hands down. Naruto was like one of the first animes I actually watched, all 220 episodes, and like I look back at it now and I'm thinking that was fucking shit.
Did you watch Naruto Shippuden?
I started to, but then I got bored.
I tried Naruto. I got like 10 episodes in and gave up. I couldn't.
I mean, like there was an attempt.
That, we've all watched Bleach, so I mean...
Well, you say we've all watched Bleach.
It's my favourite anime, and like I can admit that it's terrible in most places.
I gave up with Bleach at about 100 episodes. I was
that's still like
so
much more than
filler. There was just way too much filler. It was like
it's
exactly what Naruto is. You
can look at a graph of how much filler there is compared to the actual series, and I think 75% is filler.
Fuck.
The rest, like the actual manga content, you could finish in just like probably 6 or 7 series. compared to the actual show that's like got maybe 15 to 16 series. But
good.
some of the filler series are actually good. Some of them are good. But I mean, to be honest, the main reason I like Bleach, I'm willing to admit it's bad in places because some of the filler's terrible. But I just the reason I'm drawn to it and still drawn to it to this day is just because I like the whole like aesthetic and like the style of it and just like the characters and like Soul Reapers being samurai and all this kind of bollocks. Like, I don't know. It's just really cool.
You see, like talking about like Naruto and Bleach and stuff, it reminds me of like technically, even though I just said Naruto was my first anime, it wasn't because Dragon Ball Z was my first anime.
That's true. I think that was almost everyone's first anime.
And I don't regret it. There's a lot of people out there that would disagree with me, but I just think Dragon Ball Z.
Oh no, I feel like cartoon. That's a cartoon. Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon's. Same. Yeah, it's not sort of like aimed at mid, like teens and adults. Is it? It's aimed at like the younger generation.
Yeah.
Well, especially this bloody new series. Oh,
I said there are definitely people out there that would disagree with us in that statement.
Would Pokemon would that technically class then as like an Annie? Because doesn't anime stand for like?
What the fuck is an Annie?
Annie, I'm pretty sure is like animation. Animation means super cartoon.
Oh, fucking super cartoon. So like the next level up.
So I'm assuming like, it's a fusion of two words. I don't know if May means just like either super or cartoon. Maybe I don't know.
May means Overwatch.
I have a clue. Yeah, Annie. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice subtle joke right there.
Speaking of anime and TV and stuff, where I've been unemployed for the past month, I've spent a lot of time watching daytime television.
And it's awful.
Yeah, I've got to say, I didn't quite realise how bad daytime television was. It's like,
it seems
from
your
what I've
sister
gathered,
slept with your father. The DNA results say that such and such. You're a dick.
From what I've gathered,
always cheat. Jesus.
Yeah. From what I've gathered from it is daytime television consists of three main categories, and that's morning breakfast shows, Jeremy Kyle, and Come Dine With Me.
Nah, you're missing one.
Fucking
Border Patrol.
No,
actually, two.
What's it? What am I thinking of? The one where old people sell their houses. That's one as well.
Bargain Hunt.
You're missing Bargain Hunt right here.
It wasn't Bargain Hunt.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're missing Bargain Hunt and Homes Under the Hammer. Or
Homes Under the Hammer.
Country.
That's what I was thinking of.
Right. I remember my year of being unemployed. Like,
there's so much shit on television. The thing is though, like daytime television isn't catered for people like us, or like, it's catered for the older generation who
it's really
are sitting at home with no what to do.
Even Daytime Dave is terrible because that's
daytime,
just like
any channel is
Hunters.
awful.
That's like Storage Wars.
Hey, Storage Hunters can be okay in small doses. I like.
Have you
Storage
seen
Hunters.
they're doing on Dave? They're doing the celebrity one now. I'm going to watch it on UK TV Play. They're doing like a celebrity. It's got like Ross Noble on it and stuff.
Ugh.
And I can see him just like getting really annoyed at the whole like
It's just so
aggravating. Have you seen those videos
That's
of like the auctioneers with rap music? Like,
yes,
oh
I
yeah,
have.
it's
I have
fucking love him.
It's such
so
a great
good.
mashup, yeah. Christ, but in like my time being unemployed and watching daytime TV, like last week, as Simon and I was actually quite ill, and Simon got my illness as well. Well, it was a very similar illness if it wasn't mine.
Love.
And I found
Stop
myself
kissing then.
We can't help it.
Have you seen his fucking arse?
But no, like I found that like as much as I was hating daytime television, like I was almost trapped with it because like where I was so ill, I was so
just, like,
ill
in this cycle.
Yeah, I woke up in the morning like one day last week and I was so ill and like I came onto my computer and I was talking to you guys. I was like, I'll play video games, and I lasted a whole 5 minutes. I was like, I can't do this. I feel so bad. So I came off the computer. I sat on my beanbag, switched on the TV, and I didn't move for about 8 hours. And I just sat there completely like out of it, just watching horrible daytime television, watching people sell their houses and people getting angry because they didn't win £1,000 and come dine with me. It was horrifying.
The most depressing thing when you realise that you're at that stage of illness where you can no longer play video games. I find that just like worthy.
Mate,
of
that was the
the
first day when Kyle passed on the illness to me, and I just felt lightheaded. I was like, if I stand up, I'm gonna throw up.
I know. You look over your computer because you're so bored. You're like, I will be with you soon. You try and move, and it's just there's nothing there, and you're like
you've got like a broom, and you're like stroking your PlayStation 4 from like afar. Like, I'll be with you soon. Don't
it is
leave
though,
me.
isn't it? It's like a long lost love. You're there, but you can't do anything. So it's
I think the only game that you could play whilst in that sort of state would be No Man's Sky, because you've got no thinking to do.
I hadn't watched Luke Cage on Marvel yet, so I sat there on the first day and watched 13 hours of Luke Cage. I just finished it all in one day. I was like, you know what? All I can do is lay here. Let's just smash it out. It was fucking great.
You just say set there.
Set there?
Like some sort of cake mix.
I let my
bubbling away in the corner.
Like 2 hours.
Christ,
Leave your Simon to set for 13 hours.
Yeah. Oh, here's a question. When do you think this Marvel phase will burn out?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of Marvel full stop. So
I think Star Wars will burn out sooner than Marvel. I think they're pushing Star Wars too much.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good that we're getting another trilogy. It seems like it's going on the right tracks. But now we're getting spin-offs, and if the spin-offs do well, then there'll be more spin-offs, more spin-offs, more spin-offs. I don't think it will last. I just really don't.
I get what you mean. I feel like the whole draw with Star Wars is that there were only... I mean, saying only 6 films is quite a fucking... It's still an achievement.
Oh yeah, I mean, look at Lord of the Rings.
You know what I mean? It's because they were so far apart. And the reason people love Star Wars so much is that nostalgic feel. And now that nostalgia is kind of still there, but it's now starting to dwindle. Now we're getting new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get exactly what you mean. I mean, to be fair, with the Marvel stuff, even I've got to the point where I don't go to the cinema to watch it. I'll just wait until it like comes out elsewhere. Like if I miss it at the cinema, I'm like, I don't really mind. I'll just fucking wait until it's on TV or something. Or
I mean, like, yeah, you've got like people have uploaded that poster of when each Marvel film is now coming out from like here to fucking the end of 2024 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I find myself looking at it and going, when's the downturn going to be? You know, is it going to be halfway through? Because like I look at Doctor Strange and I look at that film and just go, I don't want to see this. It looks boring.
This is why I want DC to do really well, because right now the issue I feel is that
it's oversaturated.
It's basically it's a company. It's one company having like, which is kind of like a monopoly on the whole thing. Marvel is the monopoly on superheroes right now. You need a competitor to kind of have that kind of sway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
but
DC's doing that thing where they're going down. DC, they're making crap films, but they are going down the dark route, which I appreciate, because that then gives it an air of kind of like it feels different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why aren't they better though? That's the thing. It's that's what's
I don't
bugging me.
because they all they care about is the money. That's all the DC execs care about. Is just the money. I mean, not saying that Marvel doesn't care about the fucking money, but
oh no, they're raking it in no matter what they do. That's the thing.
I know, but I mean, they are hiring people that know their shit essentially, and they make good films. You can't say a Marvel film is bad.
No,
like, they're all good.
I mean, like the latest Marvel film did take a bit of a dark turn. Captain America.
So I didn't see that.
You haven't seen that yet?
Well, like I was saying, I'm not a massive fan of Marvel, so I mean, like, I don't watch the films as like a general consensus.
But Carl, you have to be a fan of Marvel, or else you won't be popular in this day.
Do you know what? You see, this argument, right, is the same argument I had at school with people about football teams. They're like, oh yeah, but you've got to support someone. I'm like, no, I honestly don't give a fuck. It's like,
Cap or Iron Man, Kyle. Cap or Iron Man.
Don't care either side. I don't know, like, and I think all the hype surrounding it makes me not want to like it more. And
the only feud I can think of between Iron Man and Cap, right? The only feud I can think of before this was fucking Twilight. That's how far we've come.
Oh no!
That's how far we've come. I'm so happy things have changed.
Oh, the Twilight.
Are you
films.
Team Edward or Team Jacob? I'm Team Edward purely because he sparkles. He shouldn't fucking sparkle!
Pure.
Have you seen Buffy? The vampires in that are fucking terrifying and they're badass. And I'm talking about Buffy here. Yeah.
Fucking sparkly.
It's because Joss Whedon. It's Joss Whedon again, see? He works his way everywhere. Fucking, he does Avengers and he also does Buffy. And he did Firefly.
Did he also do... Yeah, I was going to say Firefly as well. Oh,
yeah.
Firefly.
He's genius, that man. Fucking genius.
He must be protected.
It's like,
he's got a really weird head.
So have you,
when
but I don't
guys-
see you writing any fucking masterpieces.
when you guys talking about like Marvel films and stuff coming out, me and Lisa last month got our Odeon cards, so we've been going to the cinema quite a bit more frequently now.
I thought it
And
said
I think-
Radeon then, like the graphics.
Yeah,
card.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I was like, right.
we walked
They
to
do
the
a card
cinema
now?
with our brand new graphics cards. It's great.
They were like, get out.
Yeah.
No,
what
I
are
mean,
you
like,
doing?
To explain, an Odeon card is essentially like an unlimited card for a cinema, so you can go as
Yeah.
many
So
times as you like.
basically, you pay. I think it's maybe £20 a month. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But like when films are about what £17 a ticket, like all you have to do is go to the cinema twice in 1 month, and you've like paid for that card. And like me and Lisa have made a habit of now going to the cinema at very least twice a month, and it's
You also get
like,
discounts like out the fucking butthole as well.
yeah, there's loads of discounts on like the popcorn and large drink, and it
the
just
restaurants.
makes
Out the bum
doesn't it?
hole.
If you go Frankie and Benny's and all that, which is just over the road from that cinema you go to.
No, you're
Then,
thinking of Cineworld.
That's not
mate.
an Odeon, that's a Cineworld.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Odeon. But
Sucks
yeah,
to be you. Carry on.
yeah. So like
Fucking hell.
one of the first films we actually saw was Suicide Squad,
I haven't seen
and
that.
like I think Lisa just saw it and was like, yeah, fuck it, let's just go see it because we've got the cards and it's something to do. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I don't really care. And I mean, for someone that was the first sort of Marvel film I think I've seen in a very long time. If you're disregarding
Oh,
Deadpool.
Kyle.
Oh.
And I walked in there.
Kyle.
I walked in there, and
Kyle.
the start of the film was
Stop.
very like I didn't know what was fucking going on to start with, but the rest of the film was fine. The rest of the film was
dear.
fine for me because all I did was I went in there, I switched my brain off, and I just watched the film for the first time in fucking ages. And it wasn't horrible, but I guess from the people in the Marvel sort of circle, if you will, it was an awful film.
Stop saying Marvel.
It's not Marvel!
Is it not
It's
Marvel?
not Marvel at all! No! You fucking moron!
You just committed the worst sin.
I thought it was Marvel.
It's DC! It's Batman and all that shit. Batman's in the fucking film!
I don't fucking care.
Oh.
This goes back to the argument of I don't know what the fucking difference is. I don't care.
Oh dear.
You know, to me, I don't like okay, ground rule is I don't like superheroes. I do not like superheroes. They're not interesting to me. I find them boring.
Well, technically Suicide Squad is an anti-hero movie.
I don't care.
Thank you.
I do not care. And I'm going to say it right now, and it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. I fucking hate Batman, and I fucking hate Spider-Man. I hate them both. You know, there is
I can't
nothing
get the
interesting
cinema on
about
Spider-Man because I haven't really liked any of the Spider-Man films recently, but the latest one's coming out that has promise. Batman. I
Oh,
like.
what the? Yeah, I want to see the new kid do Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Kinda fits
so
He looks good.
I've got no interest in either fucking sort
Good
of
grades.
circle. But yeah, I mean,
Ooh. Still though, that's one hell of a sin you just committed.
Committed
Yeah.
a heinous
You.
crime there.
Even after we were just like Kyle,
Stop,
please
Kyle. Please.
stop.
Oh, here's the thing. What are we thinking about the video game? The movie adaptations of video games, like the Assassin's Creed movie that's going to be coming out. do we
Apparently that's
think-
good, but I thought it was going to be crap.
Yeah, but that's the thing though. People say it's good, but then they might be being paid to say it's good, or
You see, I don't
True, very
like
true.
in regards to Assassin's Creed. I wouldn't know because I don't have any sort of like experience in the Assassin's Creed games because like I never really gave them a go. But I think like some games would work well adapted into films, but I just don't think all of them would. Like there was what was it? There was a rumor going around not too long ago about like Minecraft getting its own film, and I was like, but fucking why?
How? Yeah,
There's
how?
like it's a sandbox game. It's bad enough it's got its own story mode. You know, it shouldn't have that. It's a
But
sandbox
I
game.
like the story mode because it's very different from actual Minecraft.
No,
Yeah, but how?
like,
Like it's not Minecraft story. It's a story that's within Minecraft. That's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
that
a
to
tale
me-
that's being told with Minecraft aesthetics and like ideas. I like the idea of story mode. I want to get it. It
I
looks
don't.
really cool. I just
I
like the
have
idea
no
because it's
interest.
kind of like it's almost like telling a story but using like it's no different
Yeah.
from watching a Lego movie. At the
Yeah,
end
but
of the day.
there's the thing though. There's the thing. Like with Minecraft, your limit is your imagination. So and you are completely untethered from doing whatever the hell you want. If you put that in a story, then you all of a sudden you have to start putting limitations on it. So
Yeah.
therefore, you've got that freedom taken away from you. I mean, some people
but
enjoy
it's not,
that,
yeah,
but
that's the thing, it's
but
not
on a
Minecraft.
game that's built upon having no limitation, it's just whatever you want to do. Then, you know, it's
Yeah.
you're
I
changing.
don't see it that way because it's not Minecraft as such. It's just a game using the world of Minecraft as a sandbox to create its own story. Like when you play a bloody adventure map, for God's sake, there's no difference playing adventure map than it would be story mode. You know what I mean?
I don't
Surely,
know, because in
adventure map
regards
restricts
to playing an adventure map, you're playing most of the time you'd be playing with a friend, and it's the friends you play with that determine how the
True, but
adventures
there are also
play.
adventure maps that are single player, and people enjoy the shit out of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the argument of having your imagination limited is it's an okay argument, but in the sense in this game in particular, it doesn't quite work because it's like it is essentially a glorified adventure map.
Yeah,
Like,
but they are branding it as Minecraft story mode, so they're using their name, using everything about
I get
it.
what you
So
mean, yeah, calling it story mode is probably not a great idea, but
Yeah.
I've always seen it as just an adventure that you would go on in this Minecraft world that's kind of been set up. It almost looks like you're kind of peering into someone else's kind of
Imagination.
like server in a way. Do you know what I mean?
seeing what
Yeah,
they've done and everything.
I can sort of see what you're saying. Yeah.
That's what I always saw it as, because like you see all these characters and it's like the first, like in the trailer that I first saw, this was fucking ages ago, but it was like all these characters living in this village, and it gave me memories of when I played Minecraft and I was in a village with my own mates and we had our own thing set up.
Oh bloody! Are you talking
And-
about like when we played multiplayer
Fucking
like on the
Zachi.
first times? Yeah, Zachi.
Zachi,
Where we
Wasn't it
completely
Zayachi
destroyed
or
your
something?
house. No, it was Zachi.
It was just
but, like,
Zachi.
Was that you? Okay.
Like Simon got so butthurt when we destroyed his house.
oh, man,
Swamp
because I
Lord.
loved that house.
It was like you swore off Minecraft for about a year and a half.
Every now and then I go on creative mode to see if I can. I get the pictures off Facebook
You fucking
and I
rebuilt-
try
You
and kind of.
You built
I
that
try,
house
no,
out
'cause
of
I
a dirt
can't.
mound. You
I
built
can't
it out of a
exactly,
dirt
and
mound.
that's why
The thing
it was
is,
an
like-
achievement.
There was just a hill, and you were like, "Yeah, that's my home."
It's like he went with like a hobbit hole.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah.
built upon it, and it was beautiful. I had a tree on the top. It was lovely.
Yeah,
The only thing that I realised that I probably didn't like was the tunnel going between mine and Kyle's, because that was pretty ugly.
I don't remember the
just
tunnel
a
between
random
us.
fucking. But yeah, and then I came on one day and you guys had destroyed it all, and that upset me.
We didn't
It's like we
destroy
did,
it.
So
We
many-
like just
It
a
was
bit of
Swamp Lord.
context for the people listening. We didn't like flatten it down so it was like nothing left. All we did was we went inside. All we did was went inside and made it look a bit overgrown. Like we threw some so we planted a tree in the middle of his house. We put some
You
vines to the
destroyed the
wall.
floor.
We replaced the floor with like water and cobblestone.
And saplings.
Yeah, and saplings. It was just a bit of a joke. It wasn't like
The
we like
windows were
flattened it to
smashed.
like nothing.
The windows were smashed. The stairs were gone.
It was like just reliving these horrific memories now.
Oh god, it was brilliant. What are you on about?
Yeah, I remember you saying like that you'd like swore off Minecraft for like a year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I feel getting back onto the video game movie things. I'm not sure what to feel about this, because I mean, video games have always been kind of like the culture of the nerds and the geeks and everything. We've
Yeah.
always been this, we've never been like the popular ones. Of course, now this all changed. We're in this new digital generation where people can become YouTube celebrities like PewDiePie, and people can become Twitch celebrities. They make their livings out of these platforms.
Yeah, those two new guys that recently got quite big, Salmon Gaming and Skronco. They're quite big now.
Yeah, nice one. But so now it feels like our culture has just been thrust out into the world, and it's no longer what makes us kind of us in a way. It's now everyone's thing. So that kind of makes me a little bit sad. And these movies, I feel like they're just in a way trying to be a cash in. I mean, everything's based on money.
It is a cash in
yeah.
though. That's the thing, because they know when they go to make the film, they've already got an audience for the film. That's the thing. When they're trying to release a brand new film, they know they might have an audience for it. Like if it's just coming out of nowhere, like a new action film comes out, like all they have to do is rely on the trailers and the actors and stuff to kind of sell it straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're making a video game film, it's already got that
Already.
large audience.
Yeah, I was
Already.
thinking that.
What is that accent?
Hey
Already got an
everybody.
audience.
Hello, my lover.
You know what I mean? It's already got
Yeah,
that.
there's already a guaranteed kind of viewer base in a way.
Exactly. I mean, certain films do it quite well.
Oh, no,
like,
it's...
The thing
the
is,
Warcraft movie I thought was done quite well purely because the people that worked on it did play WoW.
Yeah, the
So-
thing is, like, when you're
actors
going
and
to release a video game film, you need to make sure that the film, like, or the game that you're trying to target, has got a big enough following. Like, otherwise, like, there will be no hype, and it will be a complete flop. Like with Warcraft, for example, there are millions of fucking World of Warcraft players. You know, like that they sort of did all the hyping up for it. But like with the Ratchet and Clank film, there was no TV spot as far as I was aware, and the only sort of way it was advertised was online.
I didn't actually know it came out. I had no idea.
No, I was like,
didn't
that's coming out soon, and then the next thing I knew it was out, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
And I'm a fan of Ratchet and Clank.
I've not seen it, so
Yeah, neither am I. I mean,
I haven't even.
I literally felt that was just a cash in so they could sell the remake, and the remake probably outsold the film. I mean, I haven't looked up the numbers or anything,
I think
but
from what I heard, it's basically the film and the game work in conjunction with each other, and apparently the film is shit, but the game, I mean, I've got the game, and it's just really good.
yeah, it's a fun game. I mean, that's what Ratchet and Clank is. It's quite a simple, fun game with good comedy in it as well, and
it's also because it was basically it was basically a remake of the first game as well, which is quite nice.
So I mean, that's fine. I just feel like we with the Warcraft film, that was probably the first time that apart from Street Fighter, but we don't talk about the Street Fighter film.
Yeah, but how would that fucking work? It's a beat 'em up game.
Well, they made it work. I mean, it's got a story to it. Street Fighter.
Yeah, but beat 'em up games aren't safe. Mortal Kombat. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. Oh God.
But Mortal Kombat 1 is just a classic of video game fucking movies. Fucking, it's so bad, it's great. I love the first Mortal Kombat film.
But I mean,
so cheesy.
I feel like now we've entered into this era where I think the floodgates are starting to open, or at least buckle, at video game movies.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
the thing is, like, you're worried about that, but I'm not. I've always been all for, because I feel like it. No offense, Sam. Right, ready for this? But I feel like it comes from a place of hipsterism. I'm going to make up that word. Because it comes from this place of, this is like my thing. It's like, it's not a popular thing. Now it's popular, it's suddenly not mine, it's not cool.
I don't think that. I just think I don't want the image of this to be ruined. Like,
why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Because, if they drive something into the dirt and then
it's
it affects...
the same thing with a remake, though. It's
and then it affects the
same thing
games
with a remake.
afterwards. That means that was a direct cause and effect of it. I don't want a game to be driven into the ground just because a shitty movie was made and then everyone deserts it.
But Simon, it's the same argument with like violence in video games. Like, like we don't want people tarnishing us because we play video games where people are just like, oh yeah, but it just makes people violent. It makes therefore you're violent. It's like no,
that's true.
And you sort of see where the same sort of tarnish brush comes in.
I feel like the whole film thing also works in the sense of like video game remakes, for instance. Like a lot of people worry about video game remakes sometimes because it's not the same as what it used to be. I'm one for this because of Final Fantasy fucking 7, and there are certain fans out there that are freaking out because it's completely different to the original game. All people wanted was like a graphic boost and all that kind of stuff, but they've completely reworked a lot of stuff. And there are so many people freaking about when it comes to video game remakes and they change stuff. But in my eyes, I think like it doesn't matter because it's not like those people who play it and play that game and they think like that's the kind of core of what it is, like the new people that play it, fuck them. Why does that matter? Because it's not like the original game suddenly fades into obscurity. You can still watch it. I didn't even realise there was that film with this is going fucking bad.
That film with that guy.
That one guy.
Film with that guy. Lindsay Lohan, when she's a kid, she does that film, and she's got like a twin sister, but they go to like other people. It's like a kind of family comedy. They go to like their parents are split up, and I can't remember what it's called, but basically, I didn't realise that was a remake of a film from like the 80s, and I was like, holy shit! Like people probably, and I was watching, and I was like, this is better than like the remake, and I had this kind of thing where I was just like, so people that know the original, like, they probably don't care that it got remade, really, because they've always got the original they can go back to.
Yeah.
Well, surely then,
kind of like safe place.
Well, surely then it's a product of its time, though. Like that was probably good back then, but now it's not
That's
as good
true, but
over here because we're brought up in a
that's the
different
point.
time with everything.
That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you shouldn't be worried about what people think if something gets remade and turned into a film, because you've still got that original source material that you can go back to. It's not like your thing suddenly stops existing.
Well, no.
You know what I mean?
I just don't want a game's reputation to be ruined by a shitty film. You know?
Yeah.
If it's a good game, why make a shitty film? You should make a good film to go along with the good game. But I mean, everything's, relative to the person that's viewing it. But it's just, I don't want these films to come out and be really, really
But at the same
terrible,
time,
and
the
then
person
support
that
for the games
watches-
drop. So
The person that watches the video game film is either a gamer or someone who isn't really a gamer at all, and they'll
well,
probably watch it.
they might just see the film and
and
be like,
they
you know
won't-
what, that doesn't look so bad, because that's what we do with films, isn't it? We look at it and go, it looks alright. If it's a
but
brand new
the point
film,
I'm trying to make, if you get normal fucking Sally No Name to fucking watch like the Warcraft film, and she thinks it's not that great, she's not going to suddenly think, oh, the game must be shit. 'Cause she'll just think, oh well, I just wouldn't play the game. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just this case of like, gamers might watch it and they'll just be like, oh well, that wasn't that great, but I heard great things about Warcraft, so that might just be like the thing there. There might be a few people that think opposite. You might be right in the sense that they might be like, oh, I filmed shit, the game must be shit. But I feel like people that play games quite a lot will be able to tell the difference between if the film's bad and why a game is so popular. You know what I mean?
Mm.
There's a reason a game is popular. There's a reason why World of Warcraft is still the number one played MMO, and that's because it's a good fucking game.
It's a good fucking
You know what I mean?
game.
If it made a bad film, people would be like, "Oh, it was a bad film," but at least we still got the game.
And
the
this is the
gamers
part
know that.
where I say I don't like World of Warcraft. Sorry.
I know you don't, but I feel like you would if you gave it more of a chance.
no, Carl's not an MMO player. That
I
is,
think, yeah, but I feel like he could be, but he just doesn't want to fucking pay.
He has the potential, guys. He has the potential to be an
can train
MMO
him.
player, and like I said, my problem is I just can't be asked. There is just like so much lore that I just can't be fucked to sit there and learn. It's like I want to switch off when I play games, not sit there and think about lore.
I
You
just
know,
keep
like,
Simon most of
I want to be spoon-fed the lore. Like, if I'm playing a game, I want the story to be spoon-fed to me because I'm fucking lazy.
That's what
why
I
I
did
like
to Simon.
video games.
That is literally what I did to Simon throughout all
He
World
took me
of
through the
Warcraft.
game and just explained everything to me while we were going through it.
You had a question? I'll try my best to answer it.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And
like
now
for
I
me-
love the lore.
For me,
I
like
fucking love
games,
it.
that like I said, when I play games, I just like to switch off and like do the objectives in game and just completely.
I see that kind of
See what I mean?
I kind of like that. That makes me feel like there is, like, of course, there always are different breeds of gamer, and that's
Different
just how it
breeds.
is.
We're not a fucking different species, mate.
Well,
Fucking hell.
there are different breeds of game. You got the people who like the MMOs, they like to get immersed in the game.
We have the very timid MMO player over here in the corner. The
Driving
thing I'm
game
going to say
players,
about
sports
this is they
game
get very
players.
aggressive.
Yeah.
And you got the Call of Duty players, the ones who don't have brains.
We don't speak about those.
Saying
I
that,
class
when,
myself as an RPGer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, RPG games, sandbox games.
Simon, if you could be a dwarf, you'd leap at the opportunity.
Huh?
If you could be a dwarf, you'd leap at the opportunity.
Fucking yes.
I misheard you. I thought you said like, if you could be at war, you'd jump at the opportunity. I'm like, fucking what?
Oh, that'd be
Simon
me.
wouldn't start. Simon
The
wouldn't
irony
be in a
today
war.
is that my mate is setting up a D&D campaign, and he was like, "Do you want to play?" I was like, "Cool." So I spent like most of my lunch break fucking making my new D&D character. My
Give him a
dwarf cleric.
backstory.
I haven't got the backstory yet, but I've sorted out all the ideals and all the other stuff. All the base stuff is sorted. I'm just gonna come up with a backstory off the fucking.
Like,
fly.
you know, you realise that once you write this backstory, you have to like say it on the next podcast. I want to be like told it like a story.
It won't be interesting. Like, it won't be that long. I won't
This
write a
is a
big
dwarf.
long backstory.
He just
He's
got
a
made a
dwarf.
cleric.
This is my dwarf. He is ginger. He's very short. Lol.
He's a dwarf cleric, and he basically like, left his temple. That's the earliest stages of what it is. Before writing the backstory, that's
Why?
what you put in.
I'm
Why did
Exactly,
he leave
that's
his
what, that's
temple?
what that's what I need to come up with.
That's what I
But
need
that's
to know,
like
Simon.
that's the acolyte background.
I want a book about this.
Is that you were at a temple,
I want a
and my
trilogy.
dwarf liked the luxuries of living, as an acolyte.
Priesthood doesn't have any luxuries. You're not supposed to have luxuries as a priest, unless you're corrupt.
But but Sam, it's a dwarven priesthood.
Yeah.
So it's a dwarven priesthood in the sense that they just get pissed and eat the shit out of everything and laugh, but also praise.
I like that. Like, laughing is a key part to being a dwarf. On a slightly side note, have you guys been playing anything new as of late?
No, I've been playing old shit. Like I've, well, it's new old shit if you get me. Speaking of game remakes, I played the Metro Redux games, where essentially they just gave it a bit of a graphics boost and the gameplay difference.
I think I have both of them in Redux. I just haven't played them. I started playing Last Light not too long ago, but I've never sort of followed it through.
Well, it's because I've read the first book, so now I can play the game, and it's quite funny because I know everything
Metro
that happens in
actually a
between.
follow-up to Stalker?
No,
Or are they?
no,
Maybe
completely
the same
different.
people.
Completely different.
So it's like, what is it? More like a spiritual successor?
No,
Oh,
They're completely unrelated.
it's literally just a game that's set in Russia after an apocalyptic wasteland, apocalyptic event. Whereas Stalker's more focused around Chernobyl and what happens in there. Metro is focused on humanity's survival and kind of what happens to humanity even after the bombs have dropped. Everyone's trying to survive.
Are there aliens in Metro? Is that
No,
right?
mutants.
They are mutants. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
they're called the
there were
Dark
aliens
Ones. Essentially, it's like what happened. It's not really explained all that well, but essentially they're like the next evolution of man.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're pretty fucked up.
Weird.
Yeah, but they're actually good. They're just trying to communicate, but unfortunately, them trying to communicate means that our brains turn to mush.
I've got. Is it 2033?
Yeah, you should play it, man.
Yeah.
Great game.
I've got it on Steam, but I'm also a massive pussy.
It's
like-
not as horror as people say it is, which is the thing that kind of annoys me. People's like,
It's
well,
like-
it's a
Dick.
it's a horror
Simon.
FPS. It's like,
Just to give you an idea, I, mean, I was able to play it, and like it wasn't a jump scary game. It's more like a thriller.
yeah, it's more
Yeah.
atmosphere. So you're not like,
Yeah.
oh shit, something's gonna happen, or
It's like things don't really jump out at you. You sort of like, for example, you'd hear a rumbling and see something running towards you. It's not like
Oh,
like a.
that's
"Oh,
why I
this
class
is-
as horror.
This is a very
Jesus.
dark corridor. I'm going to turn left now. Bah! It's like shits you up.
But
like
that's the
fierce.
thing. I don't class good horror as jump scares. I think
Oh, it's
jump
not. No, without a doubt.
no, so
Jump scare is such
it
a
is
cheap horror kind of.
It's very
tactic.
good. Yeah, it's very good at building the atmosphere. Metro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good game though. I would recommend it to anyone who loves FPSs and something a bit different.
Okay.
Speaking of
Maybe I should.
playing something new but not new, I sort of
New for
delved
us.
into. I sort of delved into the realm of Elite Dangerous the other night.
Oh, you bastard! I want to play that. What a good sim game. Space Sims. Give them to me.
It's like
Fucking desperation.
Like I played a game called Tachyon the Fringe when I was young. I loved it. I got boners over that game.
Tachyon
Oh,
or
Jesus.
Tachyu?
But no, yeah, like I think I was bought it for my birthday not too long ago by Charlie, ironically, and
Fucking Charlie, buy me that game.
but like yeah,
It's
I sort of
1999.
installed it and started playing. So I was a bit unsure because my dad's been playing it as well recently, and but he plays it with like a joystick and stuff. He's got like
It's
like
so
a
great when
fairly
you've got a
decent
joystick and
sort
everything.
I've got
set
mine.
up
I've
for
got
it.
a flight stick.
And I was sort of like, I don't know if this game is going to be okay to play with a mouse and keyboard, but I gave it a go anyway. Like I set it up and made sure I had my 3 screen set up to play it as well, so I was like fully immersed sort of thing. And side tidbit, I was able to play it at ultra on 60 FPS across 3 screens, which was pretty nice.
Nice.
And yeah, like from what I played of it, I'm sure like after playing it more, I'll understand it more. But it seems very sort of interesting so far. I mean, I'm looking at Elite Dangerous as like a competitor to Star Citizen, and I'm very
Fucking
interested in
Star
both games. So I don't know. I'm sort of like weighing up both at the moment and seeing how it goes because I do
Star
want to get Star
Citizen.
Citizen, but like it's just a hefty
That
price
game
tag
would
comes with
never
it.
come out.
Yeah. But you know, like I said, I'm sort of like waiting for like a point where it's going to be acceptable to buy it and play it. Because like I said, at the moment it does look very, very promising and very, very good.
True, but Star Citizen's currently got the same problem that No Man's Sky had, in the sense that it's all hype right now and just waiting. And
The
just
same problem
loads
that
of
No Man's Sky
promises.
had, a shit development team.
What I mean is, it's just there's so much hype around it, and it's taking so long to come out, and they keep promising different
Yeah.
things, and it's just like, oh dear.
I
Like,
can't remember. Did you two actually get No Man's Sky? Because I didn't actually get it.
Yep,
yeah, I did.
I
yeah.
did, and I regret every moment.
Have you traded
And
it
I'm
in
one
yet?
of those people that, and Sam can probably vouch for this, I defended it so much, and the only reason I was defending it is because I was in denial. I was in
Thing
so
is,
much
like-
denial. I was like, no, it's good, yeah,
On the
it's
run up
fine.
to
And I'm
it,
like,
it did
oh,
look
it's
very
rubbish.
promising on the run up to it, but like the way it was delivered was just so bad.
Well, yeah, that's
It
why
was
they're
like-
being
Multiplayer,
investigated. So by the
Yeah,
ASA.
I think they're being investigated for false advertising, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was that?
so
False
rightly so.
advertising?
Yeah, because people were led to believe that it was going to have like a multiplayer mode, but it wasn't even there. But I was actually watching a video the other day. I think it might have been the Yogscast, where they were saying, "Heck, even multiplayer wouldn't save that game
Yeah,
Ah, no,
exactly.
no.
because you'd
nothing
still
can
be
save it
doing,
anymore. It
you'd
has
still be
been
doing
too
the
long.
same shit.
You're doing the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
you'd be doing the same shit, but with new other people.
You're still going to be mining carbon from trees, but this time you'll have someone standing next to you.
Yeah, like,
Holy shit!
they've made this universe with nothing in it. That's
Hey.
literally the game, and it's like
Look
there's
at
no,
No Man's Sky.
factions. I mean, they say there are factions,
The
but
planets are so empty as well.
yeah,
Like, you've got these really advanced races in space, right, in these big space stations, and yet you go down to a planet and the only thing on there is a tiny little fucking space station with one guy sitting in there.
yeah. It's just
And
like
a bunch of
you're right.
fucked up aliens.
Where's like a massive fucking city? You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, why haven't I found the Earth in this universe yet? You know, the one
Also,
that's
why
like,
are there only 3
fucking
races
developed.
in the
Well,
entire universe?
I suppose
wouldn't
you
know.
could say that it's because of I don't know. I don't care anymore. I don't care.
There's you, a human, and then you're the only human.
Are we?
That's
Yeah,
fucking
like-
unless they finally had multiplayer. As far as I can say, they're only human. And then you've got 3 races. You've got a fish, big fish man. You've got like an insect, and you've got a robot. And a robot's not even a fucking race.
Jesus Christ.
No, I feel like there has been like a massive want for a good space sim
Oh, yeah.
lately. I mean, I've wanted one since I've ever played Tachyon, and I just haven't been able to find a good one that fits me. Elite Dangerous, when it came out, it looked very promising, and I want to get it.
Yeah,
I
I
still
mean,
want
the
to get
problem
it,
with-
and I probably
the
still
only-
play it. Like
From
hell.
what I've gathered, the only problem with Elite Dangerous is that getting to planets is only accessible via paid DLC. Like, you have to get the Horizons expansion pack to be able to land on planets and stuff. Otherwise, you are floating around in space and going between station to station. So, like, if you want like the full experience of being able to like fly down onto a planet and land your ship like properly, you need to buy the Horizons DLC. From what I've gathered.
And that's what makes me like annoyed at stuff like
Man.
Star Citizen, because they
That fucking pisses me off.
have managed to encapsulate everything that people want. They've done the planets. If you haven't seen their latest planet procedural generation thing, my
Yeah.
god, does that look gorgeous. They managed to
Yeah, I
do planets.
saw
They've
it.
managed to do giant cities. They managed to do uninhabited planets. They've managed to do star bases, star
There's
stations.
a variety, basically. Yeah.
And the
The
combat of it,
variety.
everything seems so good, but it all seems so far away at the same time. It's
Yeah.
like constantly every year they're like, okay, yeah, this year we're going to release this, we're going to release this, and instead all we
don't know
get
why
is we get a demo, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know why they
Give me the
ask for that
goddamn
DLC,
game.
though. I don't know why they ask that DLC, because sell it for 40 quid and you'll still sell shitloads.
Yeah.
And it won't, and it doesn't matter. Like, you don't need to charge people for that, like, ground exploration. Do you know what I mean? Because it's already in the
Yeah.
fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to do that at all. That's literally just a case of, we could charge you for this and make a bit more money. You don't
That's why I
fucking need
don't-
to at
That's
all.
why I don't agree with DLC. Full stop. Like,
So stupid.
it was like someone-
Actually, I agreed with DLC back in the day when it would come out a year after the game and it would be called an expansion pack.
yes, I was just about to say. I remember hearing or watching something somewhere where someone had said that DLC was fine when it was actually adding something to the story or like the main point of the game. When they're adding like cosmetics and little fucking tidbits that like don't need to be there, and you're charging them £3 for like character packs, it just seems like wrong and money grabbing. It's just like, why?
Character packs I don't agree with. Cosmetic like skins and stuff I'm fine with, but my main issue with it is when it comes out either on the date the game comes out or close to the date the game comes out. If it comes out like a month or two down the line, like if they develop it after the game's been released, I'm fine with it because it's kind of like they're giving you extra stuff. But if it's being developed alongside the game coming out, my brain just instantly, like with pre-order DLC, my brain just instantly goes, why isn't that just in the game since you can release it at the same time? But the reason it's not is because they call it a pre-order incentive. Like, buy the game before it's even out, so we've secured your purchase. You know what I mean?
That's so wrong, though. It's like the argument with is it Advanced Warfare? Like with the Modern Warfare 2 remaster.
Infinite Warfare,
that's it. But like, you know, it's like, why? Why are you making people like because people are interested in the Modern Warfare 2 remaster because it's like a throwback to, like, you know, what they used to play when they were younger, and charging them to and essentially blackmailing them to buy their main game that no one really fucking gives a shit about because they want Modern Warfare 2 remastered. It just seems wrong. It's like,
well,
no, like,
you got to
see
look at
people
this from
want
a business
this.
standpoint, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is all revolving around money. So from a business standpoint, they've made a game which people do want, and they've made a game which most people do not want. So the only way to make them, like, to give them a chance at least playing the game to see if they like it or not, is to ship them both together. So, I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, I see why they do it, I just don't agree with it.
I'm pretty sure someone from Infinity Ward just came out recently and said, oh, the remaster will be sold separately a few months down the line. And I feel like that's the worst thing someone could have come out and said, because there will be a good chunk of people now that are just going to wait.
It depends if that's true, though. That's the thing. I mean, they might do. They might not. We won't know until a few months passes, and it does.
Yeah. Well, it would make sense if they do it. If they did it in secret, it would make sense because then they make even more money because you get the people that bought that, and then you get the people that then just want the standalone, but they didn't want to buy the whole thing, and then they'll get the money from the standalone as well.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly so.
Get a shitload of money.
Well, they're guaranteed to make money either way. I just feel like when the trailer came out and everyone was like, "What is this?" You know, we didn't want this. I mean,
hey, what is this shit?
Like that's judging something before you've even had a chance to play it. And in a way, I can understand. In another way, I'm just like, at least give it a chance. You know, you might like it. Who knows? I think they just still got the taste of Advanced Warfare in their mouth.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare was fucking awful. Like, when I got my PS4, it was like bundles with it. And like, I literally put the disc in, gave it like a very small chance. I mean, I gave it maybe an hour of gameplay, and it was just fucking atrocious. Like, the story wasn't captivating, the multiplayer was fucking abysmal, and like there was just nothing about it that made me want to carry on playing it.
Do you remember when we had that E3 night and we saw gameplay?
Sorry, E3 night. We had like an E3 half week.
Yeah. No, E3 night when we saw the gameplay from Infinity Warfare and we couldn't guess what game it was because we were just like, what the fuck is this? This game looks amazing. And then it came up on the screen.
It had a Call of Duty sticker on it and we're like, nah.
No, it still looked good. I mean, just because
the story looks good, yeah.
Just because you slap a Infinity Warfare a name on it doesn't take away the fact that the game looked good. It looked good. I mean, if you're so shallow to judge a game by its name, then you're an idiot. You're essentially a complete twat.
On the flip side of the coin, I'd rather get Battlefield 1 that's coming out in a couple of days, I think.
Yep.
A lot of people have been raising concerns about the number of weapons in Battlefield 1.
I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
I don't really mind. I'll only get it because it's an arcadey shooter.
Yeah, I mean, like when we played the public beta, we all really enjoyed it. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Even Charlie enjoyed it, and I'm not even sure Charlie likes FPSs.
When then they unlocked all the weapons and we just went scout. The entire everyone just went scout. there was nobody playing anything else.
No,
it was hilarious.
It was like Battlefield 1 was like the game to be playing at the time, and I think that it's like it has potential to be like that for a couple of weeks, probably a couple of months. I mean, it would die down without a doubt, but like I think it'll be a lot of fun in the first couple of weeks and months and stuff. So I think I am going to pick it up if I can, and I think we should have a couple of games and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Quite a lot of fun.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, what else is coming out? I know.
Mate, do you know what my mates? Do you know what my mates are really excited for? And this is actually quite funny since we were making a joke about it.
What?
They're fucking really excited for Steep, guys.
Oh no! Don't even get me started on Steep.
Because they genuinely love snowboarding and skiing anyway, so it's like their kind of thing.
Play snow.
Like, how can you be? Do you know what my problem with it was?
What?
It wasn't the fact that it was a game about snowboarding and skiing. That's fine. Like it's a nice concept. My main problem with it was that was Ubisoft's like main headline title. For
It was
E3.
they're ace in the hole. Like,
Yeah.
I know you guys have really been looking forward to snowboarding and skiing
And everyone was
simulator
just like-
2017. Yeah.
Do we?
And that's like a very small minority of gamers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Like
it was
they're out there, and fair play to them. Like if people want to play it, good. But that shouldn't have been their headline presentation.
No,
that
no.
just told
Yeah.
me that they had shit all this shit.
I don't see how that's going to make all the money that they're expecting it to make.
I'll tell you what it reminded me of. It reminded me of, like, you know, when like you was at school and people had like homework due and it was like a project, and you saw that some kids had put like loads of effort in and like some kids just really didn't. Well, the kids that put in loads of effort were like the kids that were getting A's in school, and the kids that put no effort in were Ubisoft at E3. Just like, this is my game, I made it over the weekend, I put lots of effort into it, and I hope everyone likes it. You know, it's just like, it looks like such a poor attempt to get like a bunch of people to play it. I mean, if you're going to play it, it's like, you might as well just play Snow on Steam, which is like a free-to-play fucking skiing simulator.
Yeah.
And that game is broken to all hell, but it's so much fucking fun.
The lady died actually doing data gathering for that game, didn't she? The extreme snowboarder.
Wait,
Did she?
for steep or snow?
Yeah, for steep.
Jesus Christ, Ubisoft!
Well, I mean, like, it's extreme snowboarding, so at the end of the day, she took her own life into her own hands, but she was gathering data for the game on one of the mountains and she died.
What, like, did she die of freezing, or did she like sort of just?
No, she
Fucking die of freezing.
No, she
it
like,
happens.
She fell.
Fucking freezing.
Yes, people freeze to death all the time.
Oh,
on
she was.
mountains, Simon.
It may have been a job in normal day to day, but she seemed to have died of the cold.
We sent Linda from accounting to go gather data from the fucking Mount Everest.
It's like they
She
had
brought
like
her
a short
cardigan, but
straw.
nothing else.
They had like a short straw draw, you know, like, oh, sorry, Linda, it's got to be you. But I'm 4 months pregnant. Sorry, love, you're going out.
But I'm going to Malaga in 2 weeks.
Fucking hell, not anymore. You're going to the Swiss Alps. Enjoy. Jesus Christ. But no, yeah, I mean, there was a lot of stuff announced at E3 that I'm looking forward to, but on the other hand, there was a lot of shit announced at E3 as well. No, I think we should like touch up on E3 in the next podcast. It's like there was loads we had to say on like whilst I was watching
Well,
it.
we could do because TGS happened recently. We could touch on that. As well.
Yeah,
TGS?
Tokyo Game Show.
Ah, right, yes, of course.
yeah. We'll
The
look
thing
up
that's
and,
normally just got like loads of Asian women walking around.
Well, hey.
yeah.
Hey.
Well, we'll see what happens. We should probably wrap up the podcast here because we're getting close to time. So,
Right up.
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was the first podcast of hopefully many. Thanks for watching and listening, and yeah, so
See you next time, dickheads.
Yeah.
fucking- that's how you end a podcast. So.
You
That's
muffs.
how I end most conversations, to be honest.
Make sure if you're listening to this, you go and check out Sam and Simon's YouTube page. Give them a subscribe if you're new.
Salmon Gaming. That's
I think we're still
SAMMON.
currently sitting on 49 subscribers. 100,000 subscribers.
2
Give him-
million.
2 million, a billion even. PewDiePie has no like
A
say
quadrillion.
on anything. Yeah, we are YouTube.
We are YouTube.
Maniacal laughter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
I'm
thanks
not
very
sitting
much.
in my bedroom.
everyone.
I'm sitting in my YouTube money paid for room that I used to recreate my bedroom when I was at home.
And of course, there is
Jesus.
also Kyle's channel, Skronco. Is it
Yep,
Skronco?
or-
Yeah, it is. Skronco
Yeah,
Network, isn't it?
Skronco or Schemo Kyle, yes. It's Skronco on YouTube, or my personal channel is Schemo Kyle.
You got
All
both
of
your
which.
But
personal
don't,
channel.
but you know, but don't bother
what's
with that.
that?
Just go to salmon. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
What was that, Sam?
What? Hmm?
What?
Didn't say that.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Ah.
Bye.